night, the loss of Tupac is devastating. Not only has he lost yet another close personal friend to murder, he's also lost one of his biggest moneymakers. Adding insult to injury, Suge finds himself with a parole violation for his involvement in the fight with Orlando Anderson and is sent back to prison for the next 5 years. The day after Tupac died, September 14th, 1996, the Mob Piru Bloods, who were associated with Suge Knight, meet at a park in Compton called Looters Park. They discuss the murder of Tupac in Vegas and the potential involvement of rival Southside Crip gang members like Orlando Anderson. As a result, the Mob Piru Bloods give the green light against the Southside Crips. A gang war has now ensued on the streets of Los Angeles as a result of Tupac Shakur's murder.
Within months after Tupac's death, Biggie Smalls and his junior mafia entourage began coming back to California to shoot video to produce his album. Now security is less of a concern. Tupac is dead, Suge Knight is in jail. They get a false sense of security. They don't realize they're coming back to a hornet's nest.
On March 7th of 1997, Biggie and Puffy attend the Soul Train Music Awards in Los Angeles and present the award for Best Female R&B Soul Single. Driving home the volatile atmosphere in LA, they are met with a rowdy mix of cheering and booing and shouts of West Side.
Backstage at this same event, there's a minor confrontation between members of the Bad Boy Security Detail and members of the Fruit of Islam. Apparently the conversation goes something to the effect of, hey, you're disrespecting the brothers in the East, in reference to Bad Boy Records. Puffy Combs, who's also present, looks over at Mustafa Farrakhan, the son of Luis Farrakhan, and says, hey, we're cool, right? And Mustafa Farrakhan quells the incident.
The following day will be Biggie's last day alive. He has a phone conversation with his mother, Willetta. She expresses concern about his security in Los Angeles, but he comforts her by saying that he has LA cops protecting him. That night, Biggie and Puffy head to a party at the Peterson Auto Museum, put on by Vibe magazine. The party at the Peterson will eventually grow out of control.
And how are the numbers looking? We're landing at a strong 70 SPF.
The party at the Peterson will eventually grow out of control. Twice as many people show up as expected, with only about 10 security guards on site. Plus, there are numerous celebrities there, like Missy Elliott, Vivica Fox, Chris Tucker, the Wayans brothers, Whitney Houston, NBA stars, and of course, Puffy and Biggie. As all the people who were Tucker, the Wayans brothers, Whitney Houston, NBA stars, and of course, Puffy and Biggie. As all the people who weren't able to get in begin to crowd outside the main entrance, things start to get rowdy. Among them are known gang members. Inside the party, they repeatedly play Biggie's new hit, Hypnotize. Just like Tupac in Vegas, Biggie is on top of the world. At approximately 11 p.m., the on-site fire marshal puts in a call to have the LAPD respond as the crowd is too big and the people stuck outside are getting out of control. Near midnight, the fire marshal finally shuts the party down. After being there for nearly 4 hours, Puffy and Biggie are ready to go anyway. However, it would take them nearly 40 more minutes to get to their vehicles.
911 emergency, operator 412.
Hi, 52 next door. We have an inspector on scene there, I guess with an overcrowding. Wilshire and Fairfax, the Peterson Museum. They got shots fired there, makes people have guns and everything.
At approximately 12:05 a.m., witnesses report gunshots fired at the corner of 8th and Orange Grove, which is the southeast corner of the Peterson Auto Museum. They would provide a license plate and a description of a black Ford Bronco fleeing the area.
Many would later believe that this was part of a diversion in the conspiracy to kill Biggie Smalls.
Approximately half an hour later, Biggie and Puffy are finally outside and ready to go. One member of the entourage notices a suspicious person across the parking lot is mad-dogging them, staring them down. While waiting for their vehicles to be brought around, Puffy's bodyguard, Eugene Deal, would become a key just outside the window. They're elated. Damien's bragging, "We're back, Biggie, we're back." Biggie's last words, "We'll see you at the next party." In the entourage were 3 SUVs. In the first one, a green Suburban, Puffy Combs was in the front passenger seat. In the back were 3 bodyguards, including Eugene Deal. The second SUV, another green Suburban, was being driven by Gregory G. Money Young. Biggie was in the front passenger seat. In the back was his cousin, Little C's, and 2 others. The third and last SUV was a black Chevy Blazer. It was driven by an Inglewood School police officer named Reggie Blaylock. In the passenger seat was bad boy head of security, Paul Alford. As the first SUV with Puffy is pulling away, they're looking over their shoulders, waiting for Biggie to finish loading into his Suburban. Meanwhile, the third SUV is in the street behind Biggie, blocking traffic so he can pull out. As Biggie is ready to go, Puffy's vehicle accelerates northbound to meet the light at Wilshire. Biggie's vehicle is attempting to catch up, and the security team in the third vehicle is jumping into their Blazer. At that moment, a white SUV pulls in front of the third SUV, momentarily cutting off security from Biggie's vehicle in front of them. The driver of the third SUV lunges his vehicle forward, cutting the white SUV out of the caravan. A lot of people would later theorize that the white SUV was involved in the shooting. As this is happening, a dark bore model Chevy Impala pulls up beside Biggie's vehicle. The driver begins firing into Biggie's door. The shooter was described as an African-American male. He was seen holding a semi-automatic pistol across his body with his left hand on the steering wheel. After firing his weapon, the shooter makes a quick right onto Wilshire Boulevard. The security team of the Blazer attempts to give chase, but the Impala gets away. Meanwhile, Biggie's vehicle has come to a stop. Puffy's vehicle has made a U-turn and rushed back to see what has happened. Puffy runs to Biggie's door and recognizes that Biggie's been shot. He opens the door, but Biggie's unresponsive. It takes the entourage about 5 minutes to get to Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Beverly Hills. At approximately 1:15 a.m., doctors notify Puffy Combs and Faith Evans that Biggie Smalls is dead.
The autopsy report revealed that he'd been shot 4 times. The fatal shot that entered his torso traveled in an upward trajectory, hitting his heart and his lung. Doctors would conclude that Biggie Smalls likely died moments after being shot.
The next morning, the world awakens to the news of Biggie's murder. Conspiracy theories run wild, with people naturally connecting Biggie's murder to Tupac's just 6 months earlier. On March 18th of 1997, a massive funeral was held in New York. Fans lined the streets as a procession traveled through his Brooklyn neighborhood. Puffy would give the eulogy, and Faith Evans would sing. 1 week later, Biggie's Life After Death album is released. He'll be nominated for 3 Grammys and sell over 10 million copies in the United States. Biggie's murder was originally investigated by a detective named Kelly Cooper. However, the case was eventually transferred to a new team of investigators that included a detective named Russell Poole. When they inherited the case, the department was about to be hit by one of the biggest police corruption scandals in LAPD history, in the form of the Rampart scandal. And this was just 5 years after the Rodney King riots. It was in this atmosphere that Russell Poole would develop a theory that dirty LA cops working for Suge Knight had murdered Biggie Smalls. Specifically, this theory pointed a finger at an officer named David Mack and his friend Amir Muhammad. After Poole fails to find support for his theory in the LAPD, he suspects that there's a cover-up.
Eventually, Russell Poole was transferred off of the case, further adding to the suspicions of a massive cover-up. In 1999, Poole resigned from the force. However, Russell Poole would collaborate with author Randall Sullivan and helped to write the book Labyrinth. He also appeared in the documentary Digging Tupac.
Because of these 2 projects, Poole's theory about dirty cops killing Biggie would become widely accepted by the general public. Based on his theory, Biggie's mother and his estate file a lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles.
The wrongful death lawsuit would wind its way through the courts for years. At one pre-trial hearing, a judge indicated Valley City, where to lose the lawsuit, the damages could be as much as $400 million, which was Biggie Smalls' estimated lifetime earning value. With a $400 million lawsuit looming over their head, they now need to solve this case. On May 1st, 2006, I received a phone call from the Robbery Homicide Division. I'm asked to join a new task force looking into the 9-year-old cold case murder investigation of Christopher Wallace. I spent the vast majority of my career as a gang investigator. I was a court-qualified gang expert. I was assigned to our major narcotics unit. I was a member of a DEA task force where I was cross-designated as a federal agent. I was also a homicide investigator, investigated over 200 cold cases. The majority of my time and the majority of the investigations I was involved in all took place in the South Central region of Los Angeles.
The task force's first job was to get case files back from Internal Affairs. It was 92 4-inch binders, a massive amount of investigative material, encompassing Russell Poole's investigation, plus all the work done before him and in the 9 years since.
A lot of good investigative work had been done by these previous detectives. They had deposits, they had vehicle descriptions, they had done dozens of witness interviews. There was a lot to build the case on.
They decided to federalize the case, forming a task force that included agencies like the FBI and the DEA. This kept it from being an investigation, even more recent.
Alongside Brent Hill and Mark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sideline as well. And so off the tip, Boston. Now Vanderbilt. And that's going to be a turnover. They call it the 8 seconds. So we can see a lot of buckets tonight. Two offensively talented teams going head-to-head.
This should be an interesting contest because both offensive matchups really are going to come down to defense. Which team is going to be able to stiffen up at that end of the floor?
Here's Vanderbilt. Shoots over Tatum. The shot by Reeves, no good. Brown in the high post. Holiday looking for an opening. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 5. James with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Here's Tatum. First quarter of play, a minute in. Pass to Reeves. To the paint. Vanderbilt. Up and in on the layup.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Stolen by Vanderbilt. It's Reeves with the drive. Counted. Good.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Well, the Lakers moved from Inglewood to this downtown arena back in '99. This place has been special, Clark.
Some all-time moments here, B.A. Kobe's 81-point game comes to mind. LeBron setting the all-time NBA scoring record. All those classic Shaq, Kobe playoff games. A few titles sprinkled in there as well. Special indeed.
Here's White. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
How about that effort from White? Total focus on the rack.
After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
On the wing, Tatum. Outside, Brown. Off target with the 3. Now Los Angeles with it. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Here's Porzingis. Off with the layup.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And book it for Vanderbilt.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
To the middle. Stolen by Davis. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And slam dunk by James.
Energy is important on the defensive end, and Davis provides it in spades.
2 minutes.
Porzingis is doubled. It's Brown on the wing to end the run. And the jam by Brown.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Offensive board. Here's Jake. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done.
A big group substitution here for Boston. And Clark, what's most amazing about LeBron James, how remarkable he is playing at his age.
B.A., there's a lot of things that are really incredible about LeBron, but that's one of the most incredible, his high level of play at his advanced age. And he's still playing with great athleticism. Credit to the work he's put in and his giftedness.
Well, if we want to talk about Derek White for a moment, he's become such an effective defender, Graham.
Yeah, you know, B.A., he's got a great mix of awareness and ability. Just an exceptional quickness that allows him to be a disruptor at that end.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
Here's Pritchard. Out to Horford. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Hauser grabs the board. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And so Prince will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's stolen away.
Lakers foul. Austin Reeves. That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good. When talking about the Celtics, you'd have to say they have a unique 1-2 punch, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, B.A. To have Tatum on one wing and Brown on the other, that's a potent combination. And what a luxury for Boston. They complement each other so well.
Here's Hauser. He's scoreless. White can't hit. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Prince. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Great feed from Davis, a big guy with nice vision.
Pass to Hauser. Boston again missing.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's James. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
4-2.
James has got 7 points in the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Prince takes a lot of pride in making it difficult for the guy he's defending. A lot of hustle and tenacity.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.